All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the word throughout the four corners. Peace and blessings to the elect scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm the brother Karab, man, coming at you with a beautiful lesson. Going into Esau, Edom's judgment will not be revoked. Okay? Esau, Edom's judgment will not be revoked, man. Hey, this judgment gotta happen, man. This devil gotta go down, man, for the horrific acts that he have committed against the nation of Israel, man. He have done horrible things unto our people. I got an article going into just on the small details of the horrible light things that he did to our people. But this man has a lot of unanswered crimes, man. They're soon about to be answered, but we waiting on the true judge, right? We waiting on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorantly called God and Jesus Christ, because the Lord said, wait ye until I rise up to the prey. Esau, Edom is their rightful prey, man. Their rightful prey. He's the right one, man. You see? This man is accustomed to do wickedness, and he shows it every second, every day. And guess what? He don't waste no time showing his hatred towards the Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Indians, man. He don't waste no time, man. We the first ones fired, last ones hired. We're shot dead on the street by the police. You know, we're in the ghettos. When you look up ghetto, it's like what place where Jews dwell, man. He always oppress us, suppress us, put us in these low-level conditions, give us these low-level jobs, got us breathing these chemtrails, which producing low-level energy, got us taking in and drinking from plastic. You know? Like, this devil just don't stop, man. And introducing black culture like we already didn't have a culture, like we didn't already have a nationality. You see what I'm saying? Like we didn't already have an inheritance, man. We're the Israelites according to the scriptures, man. We the Lord's chosen people. But guess what? You got them little cappers over there thinking that they're the Lord's chosen people. So it's plenty of crimes that this devil is doing that shows you that he has to go, right? Let's get this make sure I'm saying it right. Zondervan, yep, Compact Bible Dictionary, all right? Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. You can go purchase this dictionary, you know. You can purchase it on Amazon or something. But they got this little picture right here, right, that they took from the book of the Compact Bible Dictionary dealing with Edom, right, and the judgments that's set for it. All right, it say Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34:5, which we got queued up, in verse 6, Isaiah 63:1, which we're going to queue up. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not giving any promise of mercy from Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not giving any mercy, any promise, right? God, can't forget these words. Can't leave out these important detailed words. She is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not giving any promise of mercy from the Most High, man. You see? No mercy to the wicked, man. No mercy, bruh. You don't receive no mercy because guess what? You didn't show mercy, man. When you came over here and raped, robbed, and murdered the Native Americans, man, hey, you didn't show no mercy, man. Look at what you're doing to Issachar. You know, you're kicking them out of the land. They was here first. And you got ICE out there kicking these, they're talking about their illegal immigrants. You know, they stealing our jobs. You know, Esau Edom a trip, man. That's why this man gotta go. You know? He pointed the finger at everybody else but himself. You the one that got the power to do these things, man. We don't. You the one that can just wake up and write a decree and say, man, hey, all these immigrants gay, they gotta go. You know what I'm saying? You got the power to do this. Right? At the moment. So this is second Esdras chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So we're coming into the end of a kingdom, the end of an age, man. All right, because Esau is the end of the world. What it tells you in the scriptures, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, man. Because when our beginning starts, man, a lot of you Edomites going into slavery, man. You know, and then after you serve your captivity, you're going to perish forever. You self-proclaimed white people, hey, you're going to perish forever, man. And the reason why we call you self-proclaimed, because you actually not white. Ain't nothing pure in y'all, man. Ain't nothing pure about y'all. We're the true white people, man. You know, we're the true peaceful people. Right? Let's get that, man. Let me get that preset right quick. Get that. Yup. Psalms 55 and 20. And it says, this is Psalms 55 and 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him, and he had broken his covenant, man. Hey, this man broke 500 treaties, even more. That's just a number. You know, this man broke so many treaties with the Native Americans, man. And then got a holiday, Columbus Day. And then this week you got 4th of July, talking about independence, man. Hey, we're still not free, man. Summer is past, the harvest. Hey, we still not free, man. We still need deliverance. You know? We're still in the hands of our enemies, man. Hey, and he not done. Esau, Edom is not done, man. He's the chief enemy, right? He's the chief enemy. He's the antagonist. That's what this story is about. It's about Esau and Jacob, right? It's about Esau being the antagonist, always going against, and it's about Jake being the protagonist, man, the Israelites. You know? We got something to look forward to. This devil don't have nothing to look forward to. You know? Only thing this devil has can look forward to is great future judgments, like the Compact Bible Dictionary just said, man. All right? That's the only thing you can look for, is the great future judgments that the Lord has in store for this devil, man. You know? This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. Right? And ultimately, who's out there teaching you, telling you about your end? Ultimately, Yahweh Shema Shai, because he speak through his prophets. But guess what? He set the prophets up, man. The Lord speak through his men, man. And what his men doing? Prophesying about your end, Esau. Because you is going down. The judgment will not be revoked, man. The judgment still stands, man. Hey, that judgment go back to the law. That's how heavy the Lord let pretty much got hold of you, man. You know what it say? It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. That means there's nowhere on earth you can hide, you can go to be exempt from the Lord's judgment. Because you a devil, man. So this word being preached throughout the four corners, man. And hey, by this word, your kingdom is falling, man. Hey, that's beautiful. Call like Yahweh Shema Shai. By the men out there teaching that word week in and week out, posting these lessons week in and week out. Your kingdom is falling day by day. You starting to get sloppy, E. You know, we see your downfall, man. We see the pit the Lord is creating for you. Isaiah 34 and 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury is upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, and he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Yeah, ultimately those nuclear missiles, man. You know, and really, when you read Psalms the 83rd chapter. It names all our enemies, man. See, these other nations, they don't have the law, statutes, and commandments. They don't have the fear of the Lord. Therefore, they are our enemies. But who's our chief enemy? Our protagonist, our so-called brother, right? Esau, Edom. He's the chief enemy, man. Proof of that. He the only enemy that swore on his self that he was gonna perform an act like this. Let's get this in the law, man. Let's get this in Genesis. Right? Let's get them very words that he said. Right? Let's get these. The Lord recorded everything, man. This is Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And what was Esau blessed with? The sword, man. Say, by your sword. Right? That's the only way how you're going to be able to thrive. By your sword, you're going to be able to, roughly paraphrasing, overtake nations, overtake these things, overtake lands. You know? See, Esau wasn't gifted wisdom like Jacob was. Jacob had integrity, perfect, an upright man. Esau was a cunning hunter, a serpent, a devil, a demon. You know? He didn't deserve the birthright. He didn't even care about the birthright. He despised the birthright. You know? In that order. He didn't care to want to know what the meaning of the birthright was, or how much power it hold. He didn't want the responsibility. What it say? Great power comes great responsibility. That was only given unto Jacob, man. Jacob was the only one who understood about the blessing, man. But Esau, Edom, he didn't care, man. What say? What you have to do to declare my statutes, seeing thou hatest instruction? Hey, this man is a demon, man. Anything righteous, hey, he just can't receive. Hey, the Lord created him like that. Genesis 27:41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he been doing it ever since, man. He have not let up off our people. He have not let up off the Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, man. That's why the Lord going to bring a severe judgment upon them. So let's keep reading. Let's go back to Isaiah 34 and verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. Let's talk about that big mushroom cloud, man. Right? Let's talk about the big mushroom cloud. Let's talk about those nuclear missiles that's coming to this place, man. That's how you properly break that down, man. All right? Let's talk about nuclear missile. When the missile hit, you see that boom, that big, everything just smooth away like a scroll, you know, like a fan. What it say? Lord shall fan her, you know. And this place is gonna go down, man. It's gonna knock anything in the missile mile radius is about to be dissolved, man. This missile is finna be a missile like no other, man. And it's coming to this place. So World War III is brewing. It's not gonna stop. The judgment is set. The judgment will not be revoked for Edom, man. Isaiah 34:4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved. Right? Remind me of 2 Peter's 3rd chapter. The elements shall melt with fervent heat. It's talking about the missiles. And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. And it say, for my sword should be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. You know? So a heavy judgment is coming upon Idumea, is coming upon Edom, man. Okay? Heavy judgment. You know? You didn't blink twice. You didn't remember mercy when you were slaying the Israelites. Right? I got this from the BBC.co.uk, right? Dealing with the life for Black Americans, okay? The life for Black Americans, you know? And it got different things. Got Jim Crow laws, inequality. It got a lot of things here. The Ku Klux Klan. Just getting into some little history. You know, one thing about it, man, I love going into this devil, man. I love bringing up Esau, Edom. Because this man, it's like how the hidden things that Esau searched out through the spirit, through the prophets, man, through ultimately through the Lord. You know, but the Lord put the spirit on his prophets to search out the matter, man. And when we search out, hey, we find things like this, man. We find your track records. You see? Therefore, you can't lie. You can't lie. Movies like the Django, Roots, 12 Years of Slavery, my favorite movie. Man, I can't remember. They got Vin Rames in it, man. He was out there, pretty much, man. It's a slavery movie, man. Let me try to look that up right quick. Vin Rames. Yep. Rosewood. Call like Yabashimo Shai. Rosewood. Right? And it's based on a true story. That's a good movie. You should watch Rosewood whenever y'all get a chance. That's a good movie. It say life of black Americans. It say inequality. Even though the U.S. Constitution stated that all its citizens should be treated equally, the reality for black Americans was very different. It says in 1920, there were 12 million black Americans living in the U.S., with 75% of them living in the South. Legal restrictions affected every aspect of their lives. So they created a system to segregate us, man, to ultimately separate us from society, man. You know? Pretty much they were showing their true horns. They showed their hatred towards us, man. Jim Crow laws. Although slavery had ended in 1865, which that's really a lie. Because really, man, Mississippi was the longest state to end slavery. Look it up. Black Americans in the southern states suffered more discrimination than those in the north. This was because of a set of laws in the South called the Jim Crow laws. Black Americans were segregated, right, in churches, hospitals, theaters, schools, toilets, cemeteries, housing, transport, parks, and other public places. This kept black Americans in inferior positions in society, politics, and the economic, right, in the economy. It says the Jim Crow laws legalized or legalized a system called segregation. This separated the daily lives of black Americans from the white community. Even though equality was guaranteed under the U.S. Constitution, segregation was seen as legally acceptable because of the U.S. Supreme Court had ruled that black people could be separate but equal, right? Schools for black Americans were deliberately kept inferior, which meant that they would remain uneducated and not advance in society. So they was even playing with the educational system back then, man. You know, to where little Timmy, Tommy, Brian, you know, just trying to say some Edomite names. You know, Tom, they get to go, they ultimately get to pass through, man, the school system with flying colors. But the so-called Negro Latino Native American Indians, they had it hard, man. You know? They had it hard. You know? It says many could not access any form of education, and the literacy was high. It say black Americans had the right to vote, but in order to vote, a person had to be legally registered to do so. There were specific Jim Crow laws that stopped them registering. Pay a poll of tax. This was a tax that had to be paid to register. Due to low wages, many black Americans were too poor to pay the tax and were therefore unable to vote. Pass a literacy test. People could be asked to prove that they could read difficult extracts from texts, but literacy levels were low amongst black Americans, so few were able to pass. Some states had intelligence tests with deliberately vowel answers, making them impossible to pass. The grandfather clause. In some states, a grandfather clause was introduced. This meant that anyone with a father or grandfather who could vote before slavery ended in the USA were exempt from taking a literacy test in some states. Didn't have to pay a poll toll, right? A poll tax. In effect, this only applied to white people. As before the end of slavery, most black Americans were enslaved and had no voting rights. These policies were both deliberate and very effective. During the 1870s, 90% of black males were registered to vote. By 1830, it was 30%. There were counties in the states of Mississippi with a majority population of black Americans, and yet not one black male was registered to vote. Employment. Here we go. Black Americans were forced to work in low-paid, unskilled jobs. This was made worse by the poor education they received. The majority were not able to benefit from the flourishing economy of the 1920s, right? Most black Americans in the South were sharecroppers. These were farm workers who only got a payment based upon the annual harvest. They suffered when agricultural prices fell through the 1920s and early 1930s. 750,000 lost their jobs. Let's talk about blacks, man. You know, talk about the Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, man. Hey, we had it hard, man. This system is not made for us. But guess what? When we get in their kingdom, we're going to have a new system for these devils, man. Hey, and they ain't going to get it right because they not made to be. They're not made to get things right, man. They made to do the opposite. We're going to have fun whooping them with the rod. All right? It say the Ku Klux Klan, right? Let's get into this. The Ku Klux Klan. Give me one moment. Here we go. The activities of the KKK. The KKK became known for the following activities. They wore white robes and hoods. This was supposed to represent the ghosts of the Confederate soldiers. They marched and held rallies, often burning crosses as a symbol of their Christianity. Right, in the name of Christianity. And you Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, man, y'all need to wake up and stop worshiping this Christianity, man. You see? Because it got some dark message. It got some evilness on it, man. And you need to stop saying the name Jesus because that's not the name, man. You know? These folks killed you in the name of Jesus, man. They brought you over here on the good ship, Jesus. Look these things up. This is the age of information. Everything is starting to get more plainer now, man. There's no excuse on why you still worshiping Jesus in 2025. It's no excuse, man. A white stringy-haired devil with blue eyes. It's no excuse, okay? No excuse. It said they used violent intimidations against black Americans, communities, and were active in preventing them from registering to vote. They carried out lynchings. There were mob killings of black Americans without trial, known as rope law. In total of over 400 black Americans were lynched by the KKK in the 1920s. Right, and that's just the 1920s, man. Many of the KKK held positions of authority, such as judges, so Klan members were not found guilty in the courts. The local police often stood by and did nothing to help victims. Sometimes they even took part in the killings. It was difficult for the government to change the long-held attitudes of white people in the South. Politicians did not take actions because they were afraid of losing votes among local white communities. You see? And it's just a little drool right there. Let you know, man, hey, fast forward today, it's the same exact thing, man. The same judge that giving you life, hitting the hammer on the damn podium, is the same judge that be wearing a damn Ku Klux Klan at night, man. In them sun-up towns, man. You know? And they still got sun-up towns, man. It's crazy. You know, it's just they never hide their hatred for the Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian. They never hide their hatred, man. All right, this is Amos chapter 1, verse 11 in the Amplified version, okay? It says, thus said the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, the descendants of Esau. Whew, got a little descriptive there. And for 4 multiple delinquencies. I will not reverse its punishment or revoke my word concerning it, because he pursued his brother Jacob Israel with the sword, corrupting and stifling his compassions. Right? And when you go into stifling, right? Because I looked up that word stifling. It's a beautiful word, right? Stifling goes into making one feel constrained or oppressed And it says stifling can refer to something that is suffocating or oppressively hot and close. It can also mean preventing something from happening, being expressed, or continuing, you know. And it says stifling describes a situation where the air is very hot, humid, and close, difficult, making it difficult to breathe and causing discomfort. And that's what this devil does, man. He's very stifling, okay? You know, he makes it hard for you to even breathe, man. You troubled on all sides in the kingdom of this devil, in the hands of this devil, man. It says stifling his compassions and casting off all mercy. His destructive anger raged continually, and he maintained and nurtured his wrath forever. So I will send a fire of war, conquest, and destruction upon Teman, and it shall consume the cities of Bozrah in Edom, you know. So the Lord said, pretty much, since you have not hated blood, blood gonna pursue you. All right, so let's go into Ezekiel 35 verse 5. All right, let's go to Ezekiel 35 verse 5. We're gonna read it in the MSG, and I'm gonna get it in the AI overview too, because AI went into it as well, you know, just did a little breakdown on it. AI added a little detail in it. This is Ezekiel 35 verse man. This is Ezekiel 35 verse 4. All right, in the message version. All right, in the MSG. It says, I'm coming down hard on you, Mount Seir. I'm stepping in and turning you into a pile of rubble. I reduce your towns to piles of rocks. There'll be nothing left of you. Then you will realize that I am God. You know, because Esau got a God complex. What did it say? He's sitting for the temple of God, thinking that he is God. You know, but he think he can box with the Most High, but his arm's too short. I'm doing this because you kept this age-old grudge against Israel. You viciously attacked them when they were already down, looking their final punishment in the face. Therefore, as sure as I am the living power, I'm lining you up for a real bloodbath. Since you love blood so much, you will be chased by rivers of blood. I'll reduce Mount Seir to a heap of rubble. No one will either come or go from that place. I'll blanket your mountains with corpse. Massacre bodies will cover your hills and fill up your valleys and ditches, and I'll reduce you to ruins, and all your towns will be ghost towns. Population 0. Whew. Then you will realize that I am the Most High. Man, that said a lot, man. I don't even want to come behind it, man. That was so cold. And you can read that in Ezekiel 35. Read it in the MSG, man. Just start at 1. It's cold, man. The Lord, man, scary. He said, there's one wise and greatly to be feared, him that sitteth on the throne, Yahweh Shema Shai. Hey, Yahweh Shai, man, is not coming to play. What he said, I should not meet thee as a man. It say, massacre bodies will cover your hills, fill up your valleys and ditches. That boy spit. He said, I'll reduce you to ruins, and all your towns will be ghost towns. Population 0. Then you will realize that I am the Most High. You know, the Lord said he's going to reduce you to population 0, buddy. That's scary. What's going to make you population 0? The nuclear missiles, because you're a very proud man. You think that the things that you're doing, you're going to get away with it, but you're not, right? Let's get Malachi 4:1. This Malachi 4 verse 1, for behold, the day cometh, right? And that day is approaching. The end game is approaching. A new player is about to enter this game. His name is Yahweh Shai, man. The unbeatable boss. That shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, said the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, you know. And, you know, dealing with that little article that I brought out, it had a lot on there, you know. It was just talking about segregation, the way how they treated us. But then it also dropped some important jewels when it was dealing with like some of these judges, these policemen, these Congress people. They all had a hand in the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Indians downfall, man. You see what it said? Lord said, you even when our people was already down, you still went overboard, man. You looked our final judgment in the face, and you was like, to hell with that. We still gonna put more hell on you, bruh. No mercy. I got a grudge, man. You know? But the Lord like, hey, keep going, man. Keep blowing off this thing, because I got nuclear missiles for you, man. I know how to cure you. I know how to put you down. What it say? He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, man. You know? That you know that what goes around comes around, man. The Lord gave you the worst blessing ever. man. The Lord said Esau, Edom up good. Self-proclaimed white people, he set you up good. Keep duck hunting. Keep deer hunting. Keep practicing. Keep doing your thing, man. Because guess what? What the Lord said in Proverbs 16 and 4. I'm going to get it. This is Proverbs 16 and 4. It said, the Lord had made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. So here it is, the Lord created you, hey, and he's dealing with you. You a puppet on the string, Esau. So when the day of evil comes, then you're going to go to work. What it say? He should come down like a madman sparing none. When you introduce your MOTB, when you praising your microchip, right? Right hand or forehead. Hey, the Lord got something for you, man. That's why he say everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. And though hand join a hand, he should not be unpunished. You see? He should not be unpunished. Esau, Edom, yeah, you're not going to be unpunished, man. Your judgment is set. Let's get this in Numbers. This is what I was talking about in the law, man. How the judgment was already set in the law. Right? Numbers 24. And we're going to start at verse 18. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies. And Israel should do violently. Right? Because what it say? We should be the Lord's battle axe, weapons of war. Right? Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And that's prophesied, man. What it say? Who was there from Edom with dyed garments? Let's get there. Let me read that right quick. Because it did mention that in the Compact Bible Dictionary that they referred to Isaiah the 63rd chapter. And I just want to read the first 3 verses. This is Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. It's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. He's going to make a grand interest. All right. And the Lord is not playing, man. You see, it say, wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. Because we say the slant of the earth should be from one end of the earth to the other, man. Those chariots, man, the nuclear missiles. It say the Lord didn't even have to lift up a sword against Edom, man. Just to show you the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. The Lord says, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. The Lord said he's lining what he said in Ezekiel the 35th chapter in the MSG version. He's lining you up for a bloodbath, man. And he's going to use your carcasses. Man. Hey, the Lord not playing, man. He a man of his word. Isaiah 63 and 2. Wherefore art thou red in thy apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I would tread them in my anger. Remind me of the scripture. Hey, wait ye until I rise up to the prey. The Lord's going to do the first blow, man. Right? And trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeem is come, man. You know? The Lord is not playing, man. This is a rescue mission. Ain't no playing games in a rescue mission, man. Israel need rescuing, man. Ultimately the elect, because them the ones who's going to get right, man. And we're going to be delivered from the hands of our enemies, man. And one thing we're going to see is the downfall of our enemy as well, too. Right? So let me close this out with Baruch. Hold on. Let me go back to the law, because I was reading out the law. Hold on. This is Numbers 24, finishing up. Verse 18, Edom should be a possession, Sir also should be a possession for his enemies, and Israel should do violently. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth in the city. We just read Isaiah the 63rd chapter. When he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. So you little cappers, man, all right? You little fake rulers, cause y'all don't know how to rule, man. Hey, y'all finna be removed from the seat, man. What's that? Gad noble with chains, you know? Hey, you gonna be put in chains, man. Iron, all right. The yokes of iron, the yoke of iron that you put on the Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, you gonna be in that same yoke, man. And it says, yep, that was it. That was it. Because it said when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end should be that he perish forever. And that's the end game for Amalek, man. All right, for them cars, them little fake Jew cappers, man. Jewish cappers, little caps. Yup, Baruch 4 and 25. This Baruch 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thy enemy have persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shall tread upon his neck. You see what I'm saying? So we finna see the destruction of our enemy, man. Hey, the Lord is not letting up. This destruction gotta happen. All right? And you be in that mindset, man, all white people ain't bad. You know? What the white man did to me? I wasn't born in that time. You know? Just y'all niggas just simple, man. That's why we call y'all 2/3, man. You can keep eating from your enemy's hand all you want, man. But the scripture tell you never trust thy enemy, man. See, y'all don't know the true intentions. Y'all don't understand the spirit. Y'all don't know who y'all enemy is, man. But the elect do. Lord willing, we the elect, man. We know who our enemy is, man. We watch him every day. We look at him every day. But the judgment is set and it's on the way, man. The judgment will not be revoked for Edom, man. All right? Shalom.